This is where you'll need to go from reactive to proactive. This is where you'll need to step out from a place of reacting quickly to a place where you're strategically planning and you're clear and you're communicative across the board to the right people. Welcome back to another episode here inside of the Modern Man podcast, where we free businessmen from the traps and the prison of their business and why they're shackled to their business and they're no longer living life. So in today's episode, what I'm going to look at, the principle I'm going to look at is understanding the game of business and your two goals. Two goals that you and I have inside of business is first, we're figuring out how to make money. That is figuring out how to have a product, a service, or a program, and actually connecting it to a person who needs it. That's simply it. In exchange for you connecting your product, service, or whatever it is that you have to a person that actually needs it, if they see that your product, service, or program is more valuable than what it is that you're charging for it, then an exchange happens. Very, very simple. You see, once an exchange happens, you, the business owner, you actually make money. The second part about this is figuring out the game of making money. The second part is actually using that money to buy back time. This is a really concept. The first process here is figuring out how to make money, and you're going to be in a very reactive state. If you're actually growing your business from zero to your first $1 million, you're going to be in a very reactive state. Why? Because you have to move quick. You have to react. You have to be able to change your language. You have to be able to be good at writing ads. You have to be good at setting up funnels. You've got to be good at selling. You've got to change up the way you actually speak, because if you're not getting the results, you've got to continually figure this out. And so you become really reactive at the start. So what happens when you become really reactive? Well, it really helps you at the start to make your first $1 million. But here you get into this process where you're making money, but you don't have time. You're working 16 hours a day. You're on 7 days a week. You're thinking about your business. You're waking up early. First thing that you do is probably start inside of your business, and you don't actually have time. The craziest part about this is you being in a reactive state gets you there in the first place, and this becomes a strength of yours. You have a strength of yours because you actually can get shit done really quickly, and thus inside of that you survive as an entrepreneur. But the second problem that you'll face, because when you first got into business in the first place, let's be real, it's not because you wanted to make more money. That was a choice, but because you wanted actually to have freedom and you wanted to have control. And so the biggest thing that you might get stuck in is you might get stuck in the trap of making money because you haven't made any money at the start. And so you fall into this trap of, fuck, I'm making some money. I better hold on to this. And that's the thing that you hold on to, right? I know, because I fell into this trap in 2018. I fell into this trap of figuring out how to make money and going, oh my God, I'm making money. Fuck everything else. Doesn't actually matter. Fuck my life. Don't need to live life. Fuck experiences. Don't worry about holidays. I hate holidays. Actually, it scared the shit out of me. I felt really anxious, and I felt like I just needed to have them for Carrie. I didn't realize that I needed the experience myself. So step number one is figuring out how to make money. What happens is most businessmen, most men with businesses, modern men, get trapped here. They have spent an entire 3, 4, 5, 6 years trying to figure out how to make money. When they make money, they go, oh my God, I've spent so long trying to make money, that they don't want to let it go. And they don't start to recognize that their strengths in making money become their weaknesses. Your strength in becoming so reactive, that's a strength of yours. Being reactive, that's a really good thing, is that you can react quickly so that you can figure out how to survive. But inside of buying back time, you need to switch from being reactive to proactive. And you go, okay, I need to think ahead right now, and I need to think about the chess moves that I need to put into place, the strategy that needs to put in place with the clear roles of where we're actually going, the clear roles of who we actually need, the data to see, and then the plan of attack for people to come in and execute, and your ability then to step away and become proactive. This is why so many entrepreneurs can't make the leap, because they're so used to being inside of that reactive space that they simply just react, and they think that that's supposed to be. So when they hire team members, what happens is the team members don't move fast enough. They don't get communicated with enough clarity. There's not enough communication. There's not enough culture. The culture is really bad. The culture is really hustle, react, and grind. I know. Guess who this was? Me. Now, did I care about living life? Absolutely not. I didn't care about living life because guess what? The business was in survival mode. I needed to react and I needed to go on. So here's the lesson that I want you to get from today. As an entrepreneur, as a man building your business, you're going to need to figure out how to make money. You're going to need to figure out how to connect your product, your service with the person that actually needs it. You need to figure out how to innovate and create the most amazing experience, the service or the product, and bring it to a person who needs it. And you need to communicate that message across the board until a transaction takes place. Once you do it once, you just improve it again and again and again and again and again and again and again until you can do it more times. This is where the magic happens. Making money is the first step. Then, using that money, the second step is to buy back your time. This is where you'll need to go from reactive to proactive. This is where you'll need to step out from a place of reacting quickly to a place where you're strategically planning and you're clear and you're communicative across the board to the right people. This is really, really simple. Step number 1, make some money. Step number 2, buy back your time. Yet so many male entrepreneurs, you would not guess. 99% of male entrepreneurs are stuck inside of step number 1, make more money. Step number 2, keep on making more money. It's crazy. And so what happens is you don't actually get to live. You lose your body because you got no time, because you now add in more stress, you add in more people, you add in more noise, you have some offices, you have some nice cars that you financed out. Great, you have a nice house as well. Now, in order to keep up with the expenses, the image, guess what? You put yourself under more pressure. How do I know this? Gentlemen, you're looking at the man right here. Second part about this is to actually build your business in a place where you can buy back some time so that you can go and live life. Now, your version of living life might not be going to Bali and sitting at the beach. It might be, but your version of living life might be actually learning more so that you can continue to grow this and do more things of what you want to do because you get to do it, not because you have to do it. Your version of actually living might be going out and opening a charity, saving some kids, saving kids from the dangers of the world, opening up a school. Whatever the case might be, it's giving you time to do what it is that you want. The problem is most businessmen get stuck into this idea of working more because that's where they attach their significance to, and that's all they're known for. Don't be that guy. That being said, brother, let me know inside of the comment sections, what are your biggest takeaways from this episode right now? And if you haven't already subscribed, go and subscribe to this where you get daily updates of notifications of any other of the video series that we put out, any more of the podcast, any other trainings that we have. And of course, like the video if you enjoyed this. We will see you on the next episode.